Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkis, and today is FabriChat. Good morning.
All right, so spring is coming.
Yes.
I think we have 13 hours of sunshine today. I mean, you know, of sun. It might not be sunshine.
I do think that it is possible that we're going to have some weird freak freeze or Sorry. The dogs are probably going crazy. Lizzie, you must take your squeak somewhere else.
Go away.
You can't do that on camera. How rude. It's like saying the A word.
You know how many dogs you have upset right now?
Mom, I didn't know you had that. Sorry.
If you don't know what the A word is, it's A-L-E-X-A.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to take it.
Squeak it somewhere else.
Wag your tail.
Anyway, I do think there might be a freak freeze or whatever. So we have been doing some yard work, but kind of just the cleanup, the pruning that we kind of didn't do in the fall because we know everything's still dormant. And if my assumption is correct, there is going to be a weird freak freeze.
Almost always.
Yeah. Any of the buds that we're chopping now are going to, freeze off later anyways. So we've kind of been prepping, and it makes it pretty easy. It's like, a couple hours every day, get the little part done. The kids enjoy it for a couple hours. We can keep them busy with the wagon. Mm-hmm. So it's been nice, but we're itching to do more, but it's like, not
yet.
It is far too early.
We added a greenhouse last year. And so Brianna came over yesterday and
because I had starts from
her yard work.
Yeah.
We opened that greenhouse door, 70 degrees in there.
Balmy.
It was balmy.
It was humid.
It's like, oh yeah, we can get some stuff going. So yeah, so super excited.
She's gonna start doing some seeding from her birthday gifts.
Yes,
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. So we know that some people have icky weather, and sorry about that. And but at the moment up here, we are thrilled with our sunshine. So anyway. And we're hoping that weather is good for everyone everywhere.
Yes. Or clearing up or, good things on the horizon for sure.
Yeah. All right. So, a little bit of update, some update stuff. So, QuiltCon, a lot of people emailing and chatting about that. We are going to Raleigh next year for sure. And what we think we're going to do is we will let you know where we're staying as soon as we know. We'll, plan some things where we can all kind of hook up and stuff. But I think that for us to get a block of rooms again, I think we probably won't do that just because that was really fun. I loved that. Yeah. And I loved having a central spot where we all kind of down to breakfast at the same time. We weren't always at dinner at the same time because people had classes, but it was really good to have somebody there. But, there were so many other people that we just kind of couldn't connect with and couldn't see. So we think a better use of our time would be to say we will always be here at this time there at QuiltCon each day, so that we can still be sure to meet people and not be searching for people.
Because they were all of those little sitting tables.
Yeah.
So we might monopolize a sitting table and bring a really fun balloon or something up the day. And you'll know this is where we'll be. And we'll hang out for a little bit and then wander some more and And then if you have family or an Airbnb or a something.
Or you live there.
You don't have to. No pressure.
Yeah.
We'll just hang out.
Yeah. And for us, we will end up staying in a place that's within walking distance. I mean, that's just kind of our MO is, we like to, wake up, walk down, take our chances with the birds and, walk back. But, so that we don't know where yet, but that will be our plan.
I'll have to walk with an umbrella this time. Mary Poppins of birds.
You're going to hurt yourself.
Probably.
You're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
What was kind of fun is that something new for us little country bumpkins here. We saw one of those robot cars. What are they called?
A Waymo.
Waymos.
Super freaky.
When we first saw it, it's like, oh, that's a kind of a funny looking Google car.
Yeah, Google Maps, man.
No. And so it was on our little bucket list was to get in one and have it take us somewhere and then get out. But we did it. We just didn't have time.
I bet Raleigh will have one. It's a big enough city. I'm sure Seattle's got to have some sort of
but
it's probably an Amazon something.
anyway, it was kind of, I thought that was
A couple
kind
of our gals in our group did it. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. No horror stories.
No.
They were able to get in and get out, and they
Just
said it was
use the
pretty
app
good,
and
yeah, I don't know. Kind of
Groovy.
fun. So that's at some point we'll do that. The other thing about QuiltCon is, oh my goodness. So look at this. So people found the poncho.
the poncho.
Yeah. So this gal, in fact, two different
Love
people
it.
sent me this picture. Oh, I only printed off the picture. I didn't print out the name.
both of them.
So I apologize, but two different people sent me this, and so she must be like all over something. I don't know if this is TikTok or
fabulous.
what this is, but she's obviously
again-
doing some sort of a spinny thing.
And it's obviously a quilt that she whacked up.
Yeah.
I think that's great if you're not using it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe she made some, looks like those are all the same block, but.
I love it.
And the funny thing I'm going to tell you, this is not the gal that we saw.
No, it is not. The one
No,
that we saw,
we totally missed
she
this
had a like vintage quilt.
Yeah. And she
yeah.
was older than this woman.
Yeah.
And
But we didn't see her, but this is fantastic.
glad to see her. But so it's
Yes.
nice to know that there were at least two ponchos. Yes. Speaking of ponchos. So anyway, so thank you for the quilt poncho. Do I have glasses here? Doggone it. So, Anna will put this picture up for you. This was from Anna Myers. So she says this is her granddaughter, Ilietta. Elliot.
Beautiful.
Elliete. Elliot. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe the female version of Elliot.
Yeah.
That her dad's name is Elliot. Modeling my husband's poncho. Yes. Ponchos were unisex.
Yeah, I believe it. From
This
the
was from 1970s. My older sister made one for each of us. Mine had daisies around the neck. She ran across gyms while scaling down their stuff they've collected over the last 54 years together. She says she hasn't found hers yet, but there's still other closets to go through. But anyway, like,
That's cool.
awesome. I think these vintage ponchos, clearly they are making a comeback.
They-
you know?
yeah.
And they should. And then I thought I had another one. I thought I got 3 pictures that I sent to.
We've got, the boho bag. We've got the bell bottoms. We've got
They're all coming back. All of
Ponchos
this-
are right around the corner.
all of the smart things
Platform shoes
are coming back.
They're coming too. I love a good platform shoe.
Yeah. And the funny thing is all of the shawl thing. So, I got
Yes.
that one shawl that I wore the other day. And
the
the
shrug.
problem with the shawl, and a shrug, I think is okay because you've got arms. But the shawl is never where it's supposed to be.
No, it's not.
It was falling off, falling down, sliding, doing other things. That's why a poncho is perfect. So anyway, we are a little bit closer to developing our little class for ponchos, jackets, and wearables. So
Yes.
stay tuned for that.
Patterns should be arriving
Soon.
any moment.
Yeah, we have some.
I've been waiting for our box to arrive, and
Yeah.
I keep looking and nothing yet. But we have some grain line patterns coming that if you're like, oh no, I got this, I just need to know what I need to use, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
And all the fan
Because-
favorites. When we asked everybody,
We
they
talked
all
to them.
had like the same 3 patterns that kept being repeated.
Yeah.
So
We said, what'd you learn? What did you hate about it? What did you love about it? And they kind of all had the same things to say. So we feel like we're going to put a little compilation together for you. And it's kind of fun because some of the other things that we found at QuiltCon are starting to arrive. So one thing, and we should maybe just give you a little heads up now, is the Caterpillar.
oh yeah,
So the Caterpillar was something that when we went, it was like one of the first booths and one of the things that we really, really wanted to see. And what it is, I think we might have mentioned it in one of the QuiltCon videos, that what it is a cutting mat that is actually a light box. And so it has kind of multiple layers where the light box will light up so that if you are really doing some fussy cutting or you're cutting out hexes or you're doing some fusible web or whatever, and then there's an overlay where you can cut right on it. And there's even a glass overlay where you can even iron right on it. So and the price point is really good for what you get. And there's 3 or 4 different sizes. There's one that stays plugged in all the time, which I'm just going to admit that's the one that I am taking home because I'm not going to use it outside of my sewing room anyway. Because I'm not going to use it on the couch.
Yeah, because the moment she gets to the couch, she'll fall asleep.
Yeah, it's not a place for work.
No.
Not a place for work. So I will use it either in my sewing room or out in the retreat center. So I will always have a plug-in. So for me, that was one that I chose, but I think there's other people that really liked the idea of that portability. And so they liked that. So
Honey. Hey, they just got their dogs. Calm down.
she wags her tail.
You probably just let them inside. She did it on purpose.
You did.
If you could see that look on her face.
Yeah.
She's
Goofball.
yeah.
I could take it away, but that's the whole game, right?
It's yeah.
Anyway, they are here. They are up on the website. And so you can look at them. The other thing that they have is they have like this folding mat. And the folding mat is really awesome because it goes together and there is no edge. So we took a video of Melody, showing us the product, and we're going to put that in right here at the end of the, FabriChat. Sorry, I'm playing tug of war. At the end of FabriChat. So you can kind of see for yourself. And the other thing that we're doing is, no coupon code.
I'll already have it marked down for you guys. You don't have to worry about it. Because some of you guys, it works. Some of you guys, it doesn't work. And then it costs us more money to refund it to you guys. So I'm just going to have it discounted for you.
We'll have it discounted. And for how long? So, it is March.
You want to do until...
Let's do it 2 weeks. Can we do 2 weeks? Was that enough time for you guys to
make your decision?
Think about it. So let's do that. We'll keep it marked down for a QuiltCon special, is what we're going to call it, for 2 weeks, and then it'll go back up. I'm not going to say that it's spendy. It's absolutely worth what it is because of the technology.
I don't think it's going to take you that long to decide.
No, but there is a price point, and I think that for a lot of us, I mean, I have some expensive tools. I have some very expensive tools, but I like them. We all know the scissors that we grab when there's some serious work to do. We can think about the price that we've paid for our machines. And that's partly why I'm kind of not a gadget girl. I'm not somebody who's just going to buy stuff to say, oh, I have all of these rulers, I have all of these things. It really has to serve an important purpose. This is one of those things that is super, super awesome. I really, really like it.
It is very cool.
Been really excited.
I'm glad we stopped and watched it and
talked with her, and lovely person. So anyway, lots of uses for that. So you have a little bit of time to think about it, but
if you guys are going to have it picked up because you're going to pick it up during a retreat because you want to use it during your retreat, just make sure you click the whole pick up in store thing and we'll do that. Otherwise, we're probably going to have most of your items drop shipped from Utah. So Caterpillar is a great company where they're actually allowing us to have them ship it to you. So we're going to end up giving your name, your email address, and your shipping information to them. They're not going to share it to anybody else. They're not going to do any of that. But
it'll come from them.
It'll come from Utah, and you'll get an email from their shipping that, hey, your Caterpillar order has shipped. So just so you know, and we will be a part of it. We will be a part of all those emails and communications. So if there's any issues, you can always call us and we will figure out where your order is. But just so you know, if you get a weird email from Caterpillar that says your order's on the way, you'll need to know
it's coming from them.
It's coming from Utah.
And we talked about that a lot. It costs us a little bit more to do it that way, but it's nice because then that whole risk, I mean, they know how to ship it. If there's any damage in shipping, it's coming right from them. So it's all good. It kind of takes the middleman, us, out of it. So we're sort of excited about that.
It'll keep Tracy open for emails from you guys.
That's right.
To be able to sit and write letters and sit and eat her bonbons. Give her a little bit of reprieve.
Yes. So anyway, Caterpillar.
Super awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the whole tutorial we filmed at the end. So sneak peek it because we're going to share it at FabriChat. Yeah. I mean, at box opening
opening tonight, you will see we're going to open a couple of them. And so you'll be able to see them firsthand. But look at that because it was the clappers, the Caterpillar. The third thing, Brianna didn't go to this, but because I think for some of the bloopers, you guys got to hear that she got to go to a boring lecture, which she did. It was boring. I admit. We're not going to tell you what it was.
I do know. I knew exactly what it was going to be about. Mom did not believe me. I was like, I don't want to be on it. I
was wrong about what I thought it was going to be about, and I had a nice little nap. And it was unfortunate because I like to sit in the front so I can see well. And
I'm like, Mommy just exit stage left. No, we're too close.
We're too close. So instead,
Don't make her feel bad.
I would just, hopefully I wasn't snoring.
Nah, I had your back.
It was, so I feel bad about that. But anyway, it's okay. We all do that. We all think we're going to, no, I'm not going to give it back to you. There's this dog here begging.
You're not getting it.
You're not getting it.
I know what you're going to do with it.
Go find something else. Can you hear her?
Well, they probably can't, but yeah, I can. You can just stanky breath.
Take a picture of her. Goofball. So the third thing, and this is in no particular order, because for me, I think one of the things that I'm also equally like top number one excited about was the pixel quilts.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh. So this pixel quilts, this gal, this D. Oh my gosh. So those of you guys that know Amy, our friend from Modesto, California, she's done a bunch of these. She's sort of a little bit addicted to them. I don't know how many she's done. She's done a bunch. And so, she'll find a picture that she wants pixelated, and then she decides, and mostly she'll do it in I think she cuts them 1 1/4 inch so that they are 3/4 inch finished. But anyway, she uses the Pixel Quilts website. So we're going to type it in down here and you can kind of go check it out. And what's nice about it is that this D, it's amazing, amazing, amazing. So what happens is you go there, you upload your picture and you decide, you edit it the way that you want. She shows you everything. And then you don't pay for anything until you decide, I like it and I think I'm going to make it. And then you pay $15 for the pattern. That sounds like a lot.
Fabulous pattern.
I'm going to show you.
Oh, you printed it out. I did. Which one are you going to do?
Ready?
It's going to be. It's a baby! It's upside down. Oh, that's amazing. That looks so good in the camera.
I know.
That's
Doesn't
a
it
beautiful
look
little baby.
Yeah. So up close, you can see that it's pixelated. So this is a lot of pages, but I'm a paper fan, so I apologize.
It's like 30-something pages.
It's a lot of pages.
Let me see.
How many is it?
24.
It's 24 pages.
That's fine. Get a ream of paper.
I like paper.
You can have it just downloaded right to your computer.
And that's what she does, is she sends it to you. It's in a download. It is saved on my computer. But again, I like paper.
And it's also saved in your account. In Pixel Quilts, you can save an account, and then every pattern you've ever purchased from her is always in one place. So if you want to remake something, you don't have to rebuy the pattern.
And what's super fun about this is that whole idea that if you kind of liked like that 10 Sisters grid and you liked that kind of whole process of doing a puzzle and then sewing it all together, that's what this is. So let me just go through this ever so quickly because we probably won't talk about her again, except that we are trying to work it out, little spoiler alert, that next year, 2026, our women's retreat, we want Dee to come. She is so lovely. And, she just is.
She has a great story.
She has a great story. She's so giving and she just does so much for people and really embraces, this community. And so I think it'd be really, really fun because it's something that, just to listen to her and, hear how she does things. And that's why, too, we really support her website. It is brilliant. Her website is brilliant.
Just to be able to print out the amount of pattern information she gives
Because
you.
what she does is, so you take your picture, you put your picture on there, and then what she's going to do, and then you can select, you have an opportunity to select grayscale or something with some pinks in it or something with some browns in it or, wackadoodle blues or pinks or whatever. You have an option to choose what you want. And then once you choose what you want, you then will get your page that will say, these are the fabrics that you want and the quantity. And you can choose, it's all done in solids. And so you can choose if you want it to be done in Kona solids, which is what I picked, or there's Century solids, or there's another one, I think the Riley Blake one. Or you even can kind of print off the color chart and go through your stash if you want a little bit more texture than that. But these are teeny tiny little,
and you can see that. You can see the size of your pixels, the size of your quilt, the size of everything, and your colors before you get to your pattern. And then your pattern is going to tell you yardage and all of that stuff. But you can see all of those color choices and all of that pixel sizing before you purchase. And then once you decide, love it, have to have it, and you purchase, this is what you get for your pattern.
Yeah. And she gives you all of the cutting directions, all of the piecing directions. I mean, detailed cutting directions. And then you get the little puzzle. And so what happens with the puzzle is that all of them are, I think that it's 9 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 across by 12 down. So she makes it one size, and each one of those is an 8 by 8. So I'm going to hold this up so you can kind of see. I know it's going to be hard to see, but there's
do her
8,
magic,
8 boxes across by 8 boxes down. And so then what you do is for each one, she just gives you the little, this is A1, this is B1 or whatever, and then you just put all of these together.
One page is usually like one row or something is how it kind of works. And she has her pattern written up if you want to piece it yourself. If you don't want to do the 10 Sisters grid and fuse and flip and sew, she tells you rectangles and squares and sizes like that, so you can actually piece those blocks to regular 1/4 inch seam allowance. I would suggest, because your squares are so small, make your stitch length a little bit smaller. It'll make it work better. If you're someone who likes little squares to fuse it onto the 10 Sisters and stitch and flip, you'll just cut everything into the 1 1/4 inch squares or whatever you've chosen, and then fill in the blanks. So it's really nice that she does the pattern both ways. Do it in all squares or piece it with rectangle squares and however you want to. I think it's great.
If you're interested in what she does, her website, it's Pixel Quilt, but she's also got an Instagram account. She has a Facebook account, and you can find her. And she has videos about how to do it. She is very, very, very approachable. She really wants to share the information. She wants you to be successful. She is a lovely, lovely person. So I'm super excited. My guess is I'm probably going to collect 5 or 6 of these. And
are you going to do solids, or are you going to do textures?
I am going to go ahead and do the solids, because this size quilt, to do this one in the 1 inch finish, it ends up being like 72 by 120.
Oh. Because you get inches. 2 sizes. You get like a throw size, which is like 50 by 60-ish, or you get a queen size that is 70 by 108-ish. It kind of depends on how you decide to crop your picture.
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh my gosh, this is huge, you can decide to cut off more of the body of the dog, or, you know, whatever. You can decide to reframe.
Yeah.
But,
and so I'm going to do a little bit smaller, smaller square. And for me, and this was one of the things that she talked about in her seminar, was that the reason that she really likes the solids is because for that tiny little smudge of color, it is exact. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. And you don't run the risk of, oh, well, there's a line in there or there's something else in there. So for something that you really want from afar or from a picture to look exact, I think that the solids are important. And it won't matter, you know, if you like Century solids or you like Kona solids, it won't make any difference. You just, you know, it's just an option. So she did it it's in 3 different, what's the Riley Blake one?
Is it Riley Blake? I thought it was Cotton Couture, which is Micah Miller.
Oh, it is.
But you have 3 different solid companies.
Cotton Couture, Century Solids, or Kona.
Yeah.
And she'll give it and you just say, you know, this is probably what I'm going to use, or this is what my local quilt shop carries, or whatever. And then they'll put that together. But anyway,
it's cool.
Anyway, super, super excited.
Really
so
cool.
I know I have a couple of things I need to,
one of these days
get
I'll
out
have
of my
to,
sewing room.
Oh, maybe I could take a picture of it. I did a $5 bill.
You need to bring it, and we need to hang it up at Daisy House.
I need to re-stretch my, my tulle over it. So what I did was that was like before.
Oh, this was like
Sisters.
25 years ago.
Yeah, I was in high school. I got myself a scholarship.
20 years ago. 15 years out is.
How old am I? I don't know.
How old are you? It was a long
time ago.
You were either 14 or 15.
Yeah, because I was probably a sophomore. We had it in the art show. No, I think I was a senior because I had a whole show.
I thought the senior you did the tiger.
Oh, I did that too. And then my art teacher bought the whole set for me. It was pretty awesome.
Everything.
But I did it, and it's really cool. It's really big, and it was before 10 Sisters, so it's all kind of fused. I didn't quilt it, because I wasn't sure how I was going to make sure everything stayed down while I did all of these million lines. So Dad made me a wood frame, and we wrapped it and then put tulle over it to case everything in, and it's pretty cool. And I used textures because I decided to pick my own kind of colors. It still gave me the same thing, but I just used everything from everything because I didn't need very much, and mine is a little textury, but it's definitely all the colors the same. It wasn't marbled. It might have just been that right color green with lines in it or something. But yeah, I'll have to.
We need to hang it up.
Yeah. I'll take a picture so I can throw it in here for you. I'll send her a picture.
Okay.
I'll have Robert hold it somewhere. It's big.
It is big.
It sits in my closet.
It's big. But we need to hang it up. So
yeah, we do.
Can see it like through the big windows at Daisy House, so people can see it at the park.
It's cool. It's impressive.
$5 bill. It is impressive.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So anyway,
excellent. It's cool.
And I like the idea. The other reason that I like the idea of a pattern like this is that, and she tells you on this, she said that it was approximately 65 hours worth of work.
Yeah, she's guessed it.
She knows.
It's going to take you a while.
And so I think 65 hours. Right. But if you have your stuff, and you have it's only 14 colors of fabric. Mm-hmm. And I cut up all my stuff and I put them in my little muffin cup, for my 14 colors. Mm-hmm. And then if I just do a couple blocks at a time, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't make any difference. It's okay. So, that's the whole fun thing, is having something that every night you can just pop in your sewing room for just a little while. Make a block sew on a little bit and have something that you can just, I'm going to work on this. Oh, no, now I'm going to work on this.
And I think a pixel quilt, especially making it in like little block form, is super rewarding. Because as you get more and more, you get more and more of your picture and more. And then eventually you're going to be caught in your sewing room and, hey, we having dinner tonight? No, I'll figure it out.
Sorry, I'm working.
I cannot.
Sorry, I'm working.
So
she tells this story. This Dee tells this story. She has an angsty teenage boy and then a girl. I think the girl now is like 19 or 20. But anyway, he doesn't like his picture taken. He won't pose for a picture, and she really wanted to make a quilt of him.
Teenage boy problems.
He'd hide his face. Well, anyway, at some point he was just coming in the door or whatever,
she
got a picture, and his hair's all, and he has some kind of weird grin on his face. And anyway, so she got a picture of him, and she thought, well, that's perfect. This looks exactly like him. And so she's working on it, and his bedroom, so her sewing room is upstairs. So she has this big kind of room upstairs, and his bedroom is like basically across the hall from her sewing room. So she's cutting and she's working on it and she's got it almost done. And finally one morning he pops out of his bedroom and he sees it. There's enough of it up that he's going, Mom, what are you doing with that? And freaks out. She's going, yeah,
it's fine. I got that. That's so cool.
I know. And of course, all of us have seen it. And I think, it's just perfect. But anyway. And then the other thing that you might notice with her is that she has all of these pictures she's done all of these quilts, I think 8, of Post Malone. Well, the funny thing about that, and again, her story, I can't tell you her whole story. You guys will hear it at some point, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, teary story. Her story is just wonderful. But she wanted to do one of Post Malone because she thought, if you don't know who he is, he's a pop artist that has facial tattoos and grill on his teeth, and he has all kinds of weird things going on. Wonderful singer. I love his music.
Yes.
But his face, I think, is somewhat difficult. So she thought, well, she's going to pick the hardest face she knows.
Sure.
And see if she can test her system to see if it works. So she did it. And then the other thing she was doing is she is gifting these. She does these pictures of, Billie Eilish and Adele and all of these people. And then she gives them to that person. So she did Post Malone and, worked out pretty good. So then she did a second one. Well, anyway, Post Malone has basically, doesn't respond. You're a what?
Whoever his publicist is.
You're a quilter and you made a quilt of me? No.
I don't want that in my RV.
So she's going to keep making one every year
until he sees it.
Until he sees who she is. So anyway, so there's a bunch of them and they're all different, pretty recognizable. So she's the Post Malone quilter.
Yeah. So I'll have to look her up.
What's happening?
Playing with her cupboards.
She's playing with her cupboard.
Knocking on the door. All of the
I'll
above.
have to go see what's going on in this room. Anyways, lovely person.
Check that out. It's pretty cool.
And the other thing too to keep in mind is that it's a puzzle, right? Oh. Don't be freaked out about, that it's 65 hours or those are 1 inch finished or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just a puzzle. It's a puzzle. You're going to cut them out. You're going to put them down where they go. You're going to iron them down. You're going to sew them together. Put all of those blocks together. Easy peasy. Yeah. Yeah, super. I'm just super excited about it. So anyway, all right. And I think that probably concludes the QuiltCon wrap up, the month long. Sorry, but we've got now. I know. I mean, yeah, between all of the pictures and all of the other things, and we've liked getting all of those. And so tonight at box opening, you'll see a couple of things, but it's always fun to kind of give our coffee girls, a head start on what's going to happen tonight. So, but the other thing is that, we did get, we brought this back to show you. We did get more. We've been out of the 1 inch finished grid for a very long time, but, it's all back in. So there's, 1 inch finished, there's 1/2 inch finished, there's,
2 inch finished and 1.5 inch finished, depending on what you start with.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all in there. And, all right. So tonight we'll do box opening.
Yep.
Let's see. What else? And then Friday we have more,
places. There's already more out there too. We're going to be doing it for a while.
We have the best friends.
It's so cool.
And we have the best friends. Because it's like, well, they aren't too nervous yet about there being too many because they like the idea of we're going to pull out the spring ones. We're going to pull out the,
and I think also, I think I said it last week, having enough that they can do it 1 load a day or spot treat if they have to and not have to worry about, oh my gosh, we've got to get a load done because we don't have enough for dinner.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Or if there's guests, you have enough for your, daughter or someone to come in with you.
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
And then the quilt behind us is pageants.
This pageants, one of Mom's patterns. This one is just 1 5-inch square packet. And this is the Sunlit Serenade that we got in last week, I think. We had a lot of pre-cuts left over and Marjorie took some home and whipped this bad boy up. And it's essentially a disappearing 4-patch.
Yeah. And I'm just going to flash this for you. It's
so easy.
It's just a cutting trick, right? That's all it is. It's just a cutting trick. And then you flip everything back around and you sew it all back together. Yeah. But you could do this. You could do the same thing with a 10-inch square.
Yeah.
The zoo is calling.
We've been found out. So super cute. Sunlit Serenade and pageants is the pattern if you need it.
Yeah. And we'll see you tonight.
Bye. Okay, we are at the Caterpillar booth here at QuiltCon. I have Melody here. She's going to talk about all of the brand new cutting mats that are available that are super great for travel, lightweight, and limited space.
And you also need to tell them, Brianna, it's no surprise, we are carrying all of these things in the store. So
you can get anything you want in any arrangement.
In fact, so we're going to...
It's going to be so great in this store. It's going to be amazing. So let me tell you what we did. What we have is we took the idea of like an old school light box and we made them nice and thin and lightweight. They have LED lights inside, so they're easy, super easy to pull out and use. All the lights are adjustable, so you can change that depending on what you're working on. Sometimes that's hard to see on camera, but it's really great. You can change the intensity of them all. So you can move that mat off, and this is where you can do all of your pattern tracing for your paper piecing, for your applique, for anything like that. Oh, I have it right here. So if you're doing your applique patterns and you're trying to trace it out on your fusible, you can trace it right on top of here. And when you've got a pattern, let's say that's got 2 patterns, right? You've got one on each side. It kind of is hard to see when you have that super bright, right? But you can keep that down a little bit so that they don't interfere with each other. And then you can do your tracing right onto your fusible, right on there before you do your cutting and everything, right? But the other part that's so cool is they come with a translucent self-healing cutting mat. The cutting mat is textured on the back of it. It's hard to kind of see. I don't know if you can kind of see that, but it's textured right on there.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear it. It's the ASMR stuff, right? You can kind of hear that. And that keeps it from slipping around, so you can cut your pieces out right on top. So if you are doing any sort of fussy cutting, or if you're doing anything with templates, you can kind of see where that pattern will land on your fabric. So you can make sure that you are centered how you want it to be, or it's going the direction you want it to go before you do that fussy cutting. And even if you can't see through your fabric, let's say you're doing denim or felt or wool or anything like that, you're not going to see through everything. But because that light will shine through your ruler, you can see if you're off your line by the tiniest little bit. So you can get super accurate. I like to square everything up on here because I can tell if I'm lined up on both sides, then that is going to be a straight cut. And you can make sure that you're lined up exactly how you want it to be.
Super smart.
Before you sew it together, right? Instead of waiting until after you sewed it all together. Now we have several versions of them, okay? The green one here is called our basic. This one has 3 light levels and comes with that cutting mat. The silver one here is called our premium. This one also has 3 light levels, comes with the cutting mat, but also has an internal rechargeable battery. So that you can use off of the power cord, and that will last for about 4 hours after it's fully charged on high. So if you use it lower, it'll last a little longer than that. Then we have this one, which is called our Ultra. This one is a full 19 by 26 size, and the mat that comes with this one goes all the way to the edge of the board. So you're able to cut over the lighted area on the big one. The big one has 4 levels of light, so it does get a little bit brighter than the other ones.
Oh, nice.
So that one's nice. This is our tempered glass mat. So this is an additional mat that you can use on either 3 of these light boards that will take the heat of an iron. So if you're using it on the big one, you can cut here and you can iron here all in the same area.
That's what I think I need, is I think I need the big one with the ironing.
Yeah, because you can do all of it right there. Or you can use it on the smaller ones. You can pull the cutting mats off and you can trade that out, and then you can iron your fusibles. Or I like to do, if I'm doing a hem, I sew garments sometimes. If I do a hem, I like to do it on here because I can use that grid and the light to make sure I'm lined up.
Perfect.
So that's an additional mat. That's the tempered glass mat.
Okay.
We also have our newest light board is our mini. So this gets a little bit brighter than the other ones as well. This one has the 4 levels of light. The mat on this one covers the whole board as well. It goes to the edge. But this one also has these little metallic plates built into it. So you can use magnets to help hold your project down. So if you're tracing something, inevitably you're tracing a pattern and you get called away for some reason, kids, husband, someone's at the door, Amazon packages, whatever, it won't slip around. You can keep it all in place. And you can just come back and continue.
This
one rechargeable or not? This one is not rechargeable. Only one that has the battery is this. We call it our flip and fold. This is our 48. We have 2 sizes of the flip and fold. So this is the 48, and then this one is the 36. They both work the exact same. But it's basically 5 cutting mats in one. So you can cut on this side. This is where you start. You've got 11 by 17 that you can cut on. There's these little puzzle pieces. There's 2 on one side and there's 1 on that side. So always start where there's 2, right? Then you can flip that open and you can cut on your 17 by 22 grid. Then if you need more space, you can flip that over and you can open it up and you can cut on your 17 by 48. You just want to make sure that your puzzle pieces are snapped together and you can cut straight across there as long as you're on a flat surface. Then it will open one more time and it will go to 36 by 48. So I like to use this when I cut on my dining room table, and then I can put it away and it will store folded up on a shelf. So you know how when you have big cutting mats and you have to take them off the table and you lean them against the wall and they get all curled? You don't have to do that. You can fold it up and you can travel with it like this and you can store it just like that.
Really nice. And the other thing too is that you can't feel. We were playing with this before, and there isn't any funny little ridge where it goes together. She's done a really nice job with that. Yeah, there's no. Yeah, there's no. When that's all snapped in there, you don't feel anything.
Yeah, it's very smooth.
Yeah, nice and smooth.
Yeah.
And we made sure that your lines here are not along the creases, right? So you're not going to cut straight along the crease. It's next to the crease. So where this folds, you're not going to cut straight on there, because that's the only thing you have to be careful of doing. But your line is right next to that, so you don't have that problem. But yeah, you just want to make sure that your pieces are snapped together, and then you have a full 36 by 48 mat. And then the little one I think is adorable because it starts out 8.5 by 11, and it works the same. So it opens all the same. And this one opens up to 24 by 36. You can also do it, you can do it with the big one, but I'm really bad at it. You can fold it this way. See, I'm really bad at it. But you can fold it that way and you can have one more one more cutting mat size.
Oh, very cool.
You can cut on this side as well. There it is. And the thing that's also really cool is every size you open it up, your measurements start over. So they all start over at 0.
Wow, what engineer made this?
Yeah, very cool.
I
And then there is a beautiful Caterpillar carrying tote that you can get
Yes.
that will store.
Keep everything together.
Yeah.
So this is the tote bag that fits either one of these two, or the big flip and fold mat will fit in there as well. So it's got, we made it green inside because we always lose stuff in the bottom of your purse. So we made it colorful so you wouldn't lose stuff in there. You've got extra pockets there and a pocket for your power cords. We do have, this is the one for the little mini glow. This one works a little bit different. It opens like a little portfolio instead. So you can stick your little mini glow in here. Serious. And then you've got extra pockets for things over here, like your little magnets or your rotary cutters or whatever. And then this will go in there as well.
Oh, wow.
So this will go in.
oh my God.
You guys just thought of everything.
Look at this whole setup. It has a bag too. And the smaller cutting mat fits in there.
Yep, that all fits in there, so you can travel with the mini stuff really easily.
Beautiful.
Fantastic.
Yeah. There is also a storage bag for the biggest one.
Sure.
It is made the exact same as that black one, but it's also got these little rubber feet on the bottom, so if you want to store it upright, it kind of helps keep it stable.
Okay, her booth got a little busy, but go over to FabricPatch.net. We have the entire lineup of cutters and the glow set where you can get the mat and the cuttable or the ironable mats. So go over, get whatever you want. They will be able to be drop shipped right to you. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited for you.
I know. I want to take one home.
If you have any questions, shoot us an email at info@fabricpatch.net and we can make sure that you get the right combination to fit into the right bag. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I am super excited for mine to arrive. So go get yours right now before they sell out.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at FabricPatch.net.